Hey there, Boots Owen here. This video is about a Suffolk Super Colt or something. What's it called? I should have done this first. A Suffolk Super Punch 17-inch lawnmower. I've just been to collect it on my bicycle, and as you can see, it's barely fits into the bike. I'm going to weigh it in a second to see what it is, but it turned out it was 14 miles back by bicycle because I messed up and got to a different place, and turns out where I thought I was going was halfway to where I actually was going. So I ended up cycling back for an hour, 15 miles in an hour. It wasn't too bad. 15 miles in an hour, not too bad. Let's get it on the scales and see what it weighs.
So we've got it on the scale and it's kind of in equilibrium, and it's there at 61 kilos, just 9.5 stone weight, which is
really heavy. Let's get that battery as well and see what it weighs for fun.
so 61 and 17 is 78 maybe, if I could do my maths. 78 kilos, that's like more than a whole other one of me on the back of the bike. Excellent. So I was told that it had a few issues, first being blunt blades. The second is that this cable, the throttle cable, has lost the nipple off one end, which is the way it is. And the pull starter, he said it was very short. Now if it is 18 inches long there, that is very short, but it also doesn't seem to recoil, which is a different issue. Let's wind it back by hand and just see what it sounds like. There's petrol in it. Let's turn that on. It's flowing, that's good. There's a choke on it. That's the choke.
Wow.
That's the choke. Is it? Oh, say that's on. There's a tickler there. Is it gonna tickle some out? Watch out. Yeah, there it's dripping. Okay, so I'll retract this by hand. So I have to wind this back by hand. It's less than ideal, but it's alright. So, get it started. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sounds like it might go.
Can you try it another time if it goes?
But it is a really short string.
Can you try if it goes this time?
Yeah. That's running. So the guy who sold this to me, £8.50 on eBay, got it 42 years ago for £5. So he felt like he was in profit, but he'd had enough of it. He said he had it serviced periodically.
Wow.
There's definitely a spark in there, so let's try and adjust this throttle here by hand. Watch out, Todd. Hey, watch out. You go and stand over there, please. The old recoil would be a help.
I does it not even work?
Just doesn't. Whoa! So I didn't check if there was oil in it, which was a bad idea. I've just noticed that that is completely loose, so it's running even with the spark HT cable completely loose. It was about to pick up on the clutch there. I didn't want it to because obviously it was going to run away and hit the tripod leg. And just noticing those blades, they are really blunt, but that's okay. It's a very silent little engine, and that's wonderful.
That is good that got to go now.
It is good that that's going. There's oil all over that, so I need to check that properly. So I found a bicycle cable that's similar in length but doesn't have the right things at each end, but that won't be an issue. So I'm just filing one end so that it's roughly like the mushroom shape of the one that's remaining. I think that's about right. It's not quite the same, but it'll probably fit. So it's not quite the same, but it should fit and engage in here, I'm hoping. Yeah, it does. That's cool. That's all we need. So pull that out of there, pull this back out of here. Then put this one in here. I don't think it matters if I do it now or later, actually. It should come this end,
check if that cable's all twisted together. So this is a recycled bicycle cable from some big box of spares of bicycle parts. Hold that like that, slide that spring over there, put that in like this. And that'll grab on there. If I twist it, maybe it'll do it better. That's it. It's as good as it's going to get for here. Okay, and I'll feed it back through the sheath and up to the handlebars. Thank you.
Daddy, I was just playing with it and you can have it now.
Yep.
Because I left it to.
So the previous owner had this machine 42 or 44 years. He said both numbers. I thought that was pretty good, but he's selling it over what I can only.
Pretty long.
He's selling it over what I would consider pretty small details.
And look how long it is.
So now I've got about 8 inches, more than that, 8 or 9 inches hanging out the end there. So up here the cable comes through here, sits in there, and then it's meant to have a little end on it. Something similar to this, but looking at it, I don't know how you could put it together, or it had to be built with the adjuster on it or something. So something like that should be in there, but a smaller version of it. And I think I've got a simpler solution. So if I just take it and wrap it around, I've set it about halfway there. Take it and wrap it around a few times. Oh no, I want it to stay in, so do you have to do it underneath? This will be my issue now. I'm gonna try it anyways. Just wrap it around a few turns.
Dad. Dad.
Get an old cable tie on it. So this is in the idle set position. It's not going to work, is it? Try it that way.
That should go like that.
That should grip it there.
Yeah.
So like that. Doesn't look great, but it's got its full range of motion, so it's working.
1, 2, 3, go!
That's it. Weird going on. It's not running right. So let's see if taking these off makes any difference. They're barely even held on, in fact.
Now why did you want to take that off?
Now, there should be a recoil spring in here, but it's obviously not doing its job. But that looks in good order. It's pretty robust, so there's a broken spring probably in there. Now I think I can just hook a cord on there and give it a pull. That should do it. Yeah, that should do it. So I'm not sure if this is meant to do this, but let's try it anyways.
Maybe.
No, that's not working.
1, 2, 3.
Right, it's tickled. Strange, it runs and dies. That's an old symptom. It was picking up the clutch the first time, so I don't know what's wrong this time. I'm not too worried about it. It runs, and maybe a clean out of that carburetor wouldn't hurt. The spark's definitely okay. So it's now tomorrow. I left it to cool down because I thought the first time it ran better, so I'll just wind it up and see what happens now. Hit it with the choke. So it wanted the choke on. I'll put it back on. Oh, that's interesting again. So that's what happened yesterday. I'll try it one more time, then I'm going to quit again. And I think it's going to be a matter of cleaning it up. And in that case, this will be part 1. Part 2 will be cleaning the carburetor. Ready, steady. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Turn that off. Hopefully it'll stop dripping. The other issue was it could be crappy fuel because the guy said he tried to start it after winter. Normally it starts full first pull. He had it 42 or 44 years depending on what he said, and it didn't go this year. Could be E10, could be E5, could be the problem. So where does that leave us? Questions or comments about what could be wrong? People would probably have great experience with these Suffolk Iron Foundry Qualcast what's this one, Suffolk Punch or Suffolk something engines. Let me know in the comments, that'd be really helpful. Thanks for watching, see you later.